We're good? All right, we're here live from the CITIUS Cafe with NAZ's Abby Nichols, Katie Wasserman, and Paige. I'm still like tempted to say stoner, but I haven't gotten used to what, because we haven't seen you race like a whole lot since the name change, the baby, lots of exciting things, but you're back. Paige, like, what's it like, I guess, being back?
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, goes into the comeback. So I would say just probably in the last like 2-ish months, I've kind of started to really feel like myself again. And it's just such a good feeling. And it's a lot of fun to be back racing.
Yeah.
How helpful is it to have a team of women who've gone through this, having children and coming back to race at a high level?
Yeah, so helpful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't tell you how many questions I asked during pregnancy. And then now having Nolan in the first year, just, some of them are 2, 3, 4-time moms, so they know what they're doing, and almost went through pregnancy side by side with Steph, which was really nice. So yeah, I'm super grateful for it.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we ran a race this morning. How did everyone feel about their own respective race this morning?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Didn't quite know what to expect. 5K is dropping down in distance for me, and just getting back into racing in general. I just wanted to kind of stick myself in it, and I'm happy with how it went. It was really fun to have both of them out there, and it just felt good to be competitive again.
Yeah, it was fun being out there. Definitely a shock that first mile, a little bit after, But yeah, just getting back into training, and was super excited to come back to New York. I went to school here, so super nostalgic, and got to see a lot of my teammates out there too. So and run with you guys. So yeah, fun.
Yeah, I think it's a fun time of year to try to get out there and race. I wanted to do it because it just looked really fun and do it with my team. So yeah, it's a good indicator and good motivation going forward, because it's hard to be motivated just training through all the fall. So I was glad to get out there and race.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing I said to Ahmed. It was a weird time to be fit, right? Where are we at in terms of training, shutting the season down? I guess before we started recording, cross champs is on the calendar, so it's a weird time. And also for those who did indoor season, it's been a long year.
Yeah. We kind of shut it down. I don't know when we shut it down.
We all kind of are at different points.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
But we've been training together.
Yeah, that's been nice the past couple of weeks. We finally all have overlapped because we're doing this race. So even though we're at different points, from the training block perspective, the past couple of weeks have been really fun.
Paige has been training forever.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming for
It's
Paige.
funny, we were joking because they've literally been training for this for a month, and I was like, I haven't been training for this for 10 months.
Super casual.
Yeah.
What's the dynamic like coming into a big race day with a team? Do you think that's an advantage? Do you feel comfort in that? Or, do you look around at your teammates and think all right, let's go, let's race?
Yeah, I think it's a huge advantage because, we're working out together all the time. And I think there's just a lot of comfort in being together. And, I don't know, you kind of feel like a force and gives you a little extra motivation.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of the college days. It's kind of why we fell in love with running. Yeah, just being out there with your teammates. So the best part about it, if you can do that on race day, that's always an extra bonus.
Yeah, I find it so comforting because that's how it is at practice. We warm up together, we do the hard workouts together. So when you can do that in a race too, it's just okay, we've done this so many times. We can do it today when it matters. So
yeah.
Who's the biggest joker of the team? Who's the most talkative? I want to just go through superlatives of the team. So who would you guys say is the most talkative on a long run?
Maybe Ahmed. You guys just chatted with him.
That's right. Actually, yeah. Even he's agreeing.
It's really good because then you get through the whole long run because he's just entertained you the whole time. So I mean that in the best way.
What was it? Funniest, I guess. I guess it could also be Ahmed too.
He's up there.
Wesley's
pretty
funny.
Yeah.
I feel like Alphine makes me
that's
laugh
right.
quite a
Yeah,
bit.
she's super funny.
Yeah.
And of course Tyler.
Oh, Tyler is hilarious.
Yeah.
Who's the most competitive?
Ooh.
Maybe Kellen.
Yeah. Actually, I can see that.
Totally.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hardcore.
Yeah. That's good.
I guess that's been like the most interesting thing with just seeing like the way that the NAZ team has been assembled just like over the years. Like for most of you, you guys came in within like the last 2 years, but before that, there's been like this a big focus on like the marathon and obviously Alfine's success, Kellen's success in it. What does that do for you guys who like have spent more of your time like on the track and then like dabbling on the roads to see like, oh, like this is, what there's a culture of excellence coming into this team on the roads that like eventually is what you guys probably hopefully aspire to, right? Like, so what's it like seeing them in training when they're sometimes doing much longer stuff?
Yeah, I think it's just really inspiring. I think they definitely put NAZ on the map and are super accomplished. Yeah, so it's just nice to be able to pick their brains and, just kind of draw on all the experience that they have. And, it's just really cool that they're still a part of it. Like, they've been doing this for years now. So I think, we hope to carry on the tradition, accomplish what they've, some of the things they've done.
You've obviously done the marathon, former U.S. marathon champion. For you guys, I mean, being here in New York, a mid-marathon weekend, how does the idea of 26.2 miles sound before, like, even, I guess, touching a half marathon?
I cannot wrap my head around it.
Yeah, not in the slightest.
I don't know how anyone does it.
Yeah.
Abby's out.
Abby's out.
I mean, maybe it's in my future, but so long. Like,
It is long. Yeah.
like even for the Olympics when they showed the course before, like, and during, I was like, they're still going. It's like I've had lunch and breakfast, and they're still going.
Yeah.
Paige, for you, the comeback to the marathon, like, obviously everyone takes their time working their way back, especially from, delivering a child. But I guess for you, like, how are you thinking of that for your future?
Yeah, we definitely put a lot of thought into whether or not I would do one this fall. And I think it was probably around midsummer where it just felt like the idea of jumping into a marathon block was still a little bit daunting, and kind of decided, let's not rush things and just kind of ease back into racing a little bit. And I think it's always good to do some faster stuff, kind of get your speed and legs back under you before you dive into a marathon block. So we're definitely thinking a spring marathon is likely. But yeah, I'm glad we decided to hold off for this fall.
Yeah. So one of the fun questions I've been asking all of your teammates is, obviously with Flagstaff, crazy workouts are things you hear through the grapevine. What is the craziest workout you guys have ever heard of? And like, what is the workout you're most proud of that you've accomplished in Flagstaff? I'm sure like Alfine probably had some crazy ones, but that was maybe before you guys got there.
Yeah, I witnessed Alfine do a crazy. I kind of got tied into her Boston 2023 block a little bit. I was like, hey, I didn't sign up for this. Like, why am I doing this with you? I'm not doing Boston. And I saw her do some pretty ridiculous stuff during that. One in particular, there's a spot called Sunset Crater. And they pretty much only go out there if you're doing Boston because it has a lot of downhill and then you climb towards the end. So it simulates Boston very well. I want to say she did 14 or 15 miles that day and ran close to 5:20 pace and was just like absolutely crushing. These are some monster hills and you're still at between 6,000-7,000 feet and just absolutely crushing those hills at the end of, already having run 12 at like 5:30 pace.
Wild.
What's that like, I guess, like watching it all unfold and like looking at your watch and seeing like these times that you must be like, this is insane.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing some of it with her that day, but I think I maybe did 8 of the miles. And I think we were supposed to go out in like the 5:30s. And then I look at my watch, the first mile is like 5:18. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Come on, guys. But yeah, it was hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that she was going pretty much twice as long as I was. Like I had already dropped off at like mile 6 or 7 and was like, okay, she's just going to keep going somehow and somehow pick up the pace. And we haven't even gotten to the big hills yet. Like I was just blown away. Yeah.
So wild. Abby, do you have anyone that you've seen like on the track?
Ooh, like witnessed?
Yeah.
But not did. Like I did.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. It's hard to think about, but like also I feel like a lot of the workouts in Flagstaff aren't like that crazy because you're so high.
Yeah.
So nothing like seems like whoa, that was a fast time. But I guess up there.
Yeah. Any track workout in Flagstaff, like not in Sedona, any track workout done in Flagstaff is very hard. Yeah.
I can't think of any.
No.
All right, so I guess like final question is like here in New York City for marathon weekend, Hoka's got a ton of stuff going on, but like for you guys, what's it like experiencing just like the buzz of New York City on a weekend like this? Like I guess like the marathon tomorrow is going to be like so much fun to watch, but for you guys just taking it all in, like I'm sure you're walking in the streets and like people might think that you're running the marathon. It's contagious.
Definitely. I don't know how you guys aren't interested yet. Like, I clearly caught the bug early. I did my first one when I was 24. So, yeah, I think I got sucked right in. But, yeah, I think this will be my second time getting to watch the marathon here. And, yeah, I'm not going to make it too much longer without doing it, I don't think.
Do you have a watch plan? Like, are you going to be at certain miles? Are you going to be running, taking the subway? What's the vibe for tomorrow?
We have
knows
to
City.
figure it out still because we have to squeeze in our long run, I think. So we're going to maybe try to do that and then end up at some different spots. But
Very good.
I have to ask my dad. He watched my cousin run it last year, so he's got a list of spots. So he's going to send that over to me.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who race today, like they've got their long run tomorrow. It's going to be just chaotic because so many of the street closures are happening. But that's a New York City problem.
Yeah.
too.
Hey, talk about me, though.
All right, well, we'll let you guys, if you guys want any of the Olipop kits, you guys can definitely snag one. And enjoy the rest of your New York City Marathon weekend. And best of luck with cross country that's coming up and then some indoor track. It's like crazy to think that 2025 is like right around the corner, but it's almost here. But thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you for having us.